Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my live. We're talking about the Cleveland Browns today. We are actually on our halftime show right now. The Cleveland Cavaliers are performing exceptionally well, especially with the fact that everyone is playing the second string Los Angeles Rams. Now, we can't overhype the situation too much. To be honest, I am actually pretty happy on Dillon Gabriel's performance. I'm actually pretty happy with Joe Flacco's performance. Joe Flacco's 9 for 10 at the present moment, and he is doing fairly well. He did fairly well. He did take a sack. He cannot move like the young quarterbacks as predicted, being 40 plus years old. Unfortunately, he's just not going to be a mobile quarterback. So if the pocket does crash, he will be sacked probably 8 times out of 10. That's just the reality of the Cleveland Browns scenario with Joe Flacco. A lot of the commentators, a lot of the NFL analysts, which I'm not too happy with, keep preaching about Joe Flacco being this great or Dillon Gabriel being better than Shedeur Sanders. But we're going to give the flowers what the flowers are due. With what Joe Flacco has been given, Joe Flacco has performed at a very high level. 9 out of 10 is very, very exceptional, especially for getting the amount of reps that he got. 9 out of 10 is pretty good. Running backs are producing very, very well. I like what the running back room looks like so far. With the second, obviously, we got to take this as a grain of salt. This is the the second string and third string backups for the Los Angeles Rams. So that being the case, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. I honestly think it's pretty good, and we perform just how I expected and what we expected as the Cleveland Browns. You know, I think they look pretty good with Joe Flacco. Another thing to consider as well is Dillon Gabriel's. Dillon Gabriel's performing a lot more calmer than expected. He was a little bit antsy. He was a little bit hyperactive in the first game. I did not like his performance. He definitely showed up, didn't throw any picks yet. There are some disclaimers I have for Dillon Gabriel's. He led his wide receivers into the defenders a little bit harsh. He put the receivers in a position that probably was a little bit too injury prone. Like you can injure your players leading them into the defender the way he did. Some of his selections probably weren't the best. He overthrew on 2 passes. He's 1 for 2 in the red zone. The first red zone attempt was unsuccessful. The second red zone attempt was actually pretty clean, looked pretty nice. Dillon Gabriel did look a lot better today versus the second and third string defense of the Los Angeles Rams. And I would say I give him a B+ on this performance so far in the second quarter. I'm expecting Shedeur Sanders to outperform Dillon Gabriel's here in the third quarter. If he wants to compete, he's got to give a dominant performance. The dominant performance in the third quarter here against the Los Angeles Rams if we want to see him to be the second string option. We're about to start the third string right now. The third string, we got Los Angeles Rams 7-16, Cleveland 16. There is a flag already in the third quarter. So we shall see how this performance turns out. So let me turn this up. So this is live right now. So we got Shedeur Sanders coming out. Man, Shedeur's hype is so freaking crazy. I personally like Shedeur Sanders. I think we should judge the player, not the father or the family. So we shall see how this performance turns out. So if you got any comments, go ahead and leave your comments. We got Shedeur in. He's in the shotgun. Probably going to be a run play, the first play in the second half. Oh, nope, pass play. Out of the pocket. He's looking downfield. Good pass. Got 6 yards on his first pass. And I don't want people talking about how the pass average was 6 to like 8. Joe Flacco threw a lot of passes on the line of scrimmage. Average yards for probably 3 or 4 in the first 5 passes, so doesn't justify anything. 2nd and 4, second down. 4 yards to get the first. Handoff to the left side of the line. Losing a yard. We lost a yard on that one. Let's see. Don't mind the background, but I'm in my kids' classroom. We homeschool the 2 babies. So they got Gutierrez, Jenkins, Canelia. 3rd and 5 in the 3rd quarter with 13:56. Probably be a pass because it's 3rd and short. Got 2 in the backfield, motion out. I think he should have threw that one. But nobody was open, but it's 4th down and 5. 3 and out for Shador's first series. One of the criticism that Shador Sanders is getting is that he doesn't step up in the pocket. He's always rolling out. I'm pretty sure being a first series is nothing. Joe Flacco got 3 and out on his first try against the 2nd strings versus Los Angeles Rams. See what happens. New York is, man, dude can kick crazy, man. There was a flag on this return, on this kickoff, on this punt. I'm sorry. Man, I'm going bald. You see that? It's crazy. Man, I'm about to lose it all. But we look good. We look good, y'all. If you need to hit up my barber in Central Florida, let me know. From Cleveland, was raised in Cleveland, but now I reside in Florida. Don't mind the kids in the background. They're just playing out there in the living room, enjoying themselves on this weekend. Well-deserved weekend. Welcome to the live. Let me turn this down. All right, y'all. So, again, this is just the beginning of the half. Let's see what happens. Let's see the second half. Dillon Gabriel's, again, I give him a B+. If you don't agree with the grading, that's fine. A B+ to me. The reason why he got a B+, because he led his receivers into the defenders, possibly getting them hurt. LeVar Dane is really, really good. I like LeVar Dane. I like Thrash. Hopefully, we're using the same receivers, making sure that these receivers. If Sanders is going to get the same opportunity, he should have the same receivers on the field. Running backs looked great. I like Williams. Trayvon Williams looked pretty good. Sampson looked pretty good. I think Pierre Strong's out with the head concussion. And then Pochik, I think the center. Yeah, center. I think Pochik is hurt. So they're taking him out for the rest of the game. But besides that, it seems like a very well-productive day today. Fanning looked pretty good. Got that end zone touchdown for Joe Flacco. Njoku, very, very good hands as a tight end. Looks like he still got some, I think the Browns are going to be serious this year. I think we can go 8-10. 8-10. I think we can go 10-6 this year, honestly, if everyone stays healthy. And if, Kevin Stefanski with the great play calling that he does, if it's not predictable and if you can't predict his plays and he has a great game plan, I think it could be a very good season for the Cleveland Browns. But for the most part, it's timeout right now. It's commercial break. It's third quarter, 12 minutes and 57 seconds left. Browns are up 16-7. We'll see what the defense looks like here in the second half. Andrew Berry, Joe Thomas, and so
we can start with quarterback. Okay, let's do it. Joe Flacco obviously named the starter this past week, and a lot of people are wondering what's the plan for the rookies moving moving forward? How do you balance
Run to the right flag. I think there's a holding for the Rams. I think that's going back.
One of the two primary responsibilities for our coaches prepare the team for the upcoming opponent, simultaneously bring our younger players along. And I know that has gotten more attention this year just because of the two rookie quarterbacks.
So
it's something that Kevin and his staff have done a fantastic
we'll
job
get back here after the second half. All right, y'all.